Hey guys, it's Adam from Vibrato Guitars, and we're going to talk today about using the finger slide. You can get many types of finger slides. You can get copper slides, you can get glass slides, you can get bone slides, you can get timber slides. I've got a heavy piece of brass, which I quite like. I like this because it's quite a hefty slide. It's a fairly new one for me, so I'm still getting used to it. Now, let's talk about slides and where you wear them. Sometimes you'll see people wear them on their index finger. Okay, you can often see sometimes people will play them on their middle finger. Okay, I generally prefer not to use those two fingers for slide, and the reason is they're your two main fretting fingers. So if you're doing any pull-offs, so I generally leave these two fingers free. Okay, so that leaves us with these two fingers, your ring finger and your pinky finger, little finger. All right, so there's a little rule I have for when people say, which finger should I play a slide on? Okay, firstly, of course, it's whatever feels comfortable to you. But if you're thinking about it and you're thinking, okay, well, if I play chords on a guitar and I play power chords, let's say, if I play a power chord using my index finger and my ring finger, one of those types of power chords, I would generally suggest you put the slide on your pinky. Now, I don't. I generally play my chords, power chords, I'll generally play them with my index finger and my pinky finger. So in that case, I'll put the slide on my ring finger. Now, there's no rule, there's no steadfast rule as to how to do it. In fact, I've just done a video recently where I was practicing playing it with my pinky. And one of the reasons for that is sometimes with a cigar box guitar, you might have a short neck and a big box body, and it may finish up at the 12th, or if you're playing a 6-string guitar, you might find a lot of acoustics finish, the neck will meet the body at the 12th fret. So in this case, if you want to play the octave on an acoustic, you might find that with playing it with your ring finger, it's hard to kind of get there. So that's where playing it on your pinky can come in handy. Okay, so that's one thing to keep in mind. Another thing to keep in mind is that, so they're the two fingers. So ring finger, pinky finger, okay? Then let's talk about size. Now, I generally prefer a slightly thicker slide because I mostly play with the slide on my ring finger, okay? This is a little longer than I'm used to. If you go to birdwoodguitars.com, you can also buy slides for your cigar box guitars from me. I actually make a copper slide, but you can buy short slides anywhere for cigar box guitar, okay? I'm getting used to using a slightly longer one with this particular guitar, but we'll see how we go. This is one of our latest Hurricane fretless piezo powered, so acoustic cigar box guitars. So let's talk now about how to play with the slide, okay? So you'll notice on this guitar, we've got lines, and the lines represent where the frets are. This is a fretless instrument, so I'm going to show you up nice and close. Okay, these are burnt lines. All right, so here's the 5th fret, just here. Now, normally, if I wanted to fret this string, the high string, which is a G string, if I wanted to fret at the 5th fret, I would press in between the frets, so in between the 4th and the 5th, I would press down, and that would rest the string on the 5th fret. Now, this doesn't have a fret, so how am I going to do this note? You'll notice that if so can you hear that? It's not a note, it's halfway between, so that's the C. Now, if I go half back, you can hear that. It sounds horrible, all right? So that's the first thing. When you fret the note with a slide, you've got to be straight over the fret. There it is. Okay, so that's C. That's not quite C. There it is there. All right, so that was the chord of C. And you'll notice that I was actually perpendicular to the strings. All right, you can hear that, can't you? Can you see what I've done with the slide? Okay, it's not acting as a fret now, okay? You've got to treat, when you're doing the chords, okay? You've got to be perpendicular to the strings. You can hear that's nice? That's not nice because it's gone sharp. All of a sudden you've got that, the low string here is now going sharp. Or if we were doing it the other way, you can hear that. All right. So, okay, what have we learned so far? A, pick the finger that you're most comfortable playing with. Pick a diameter that will match your finger, but not so that it's so tight. Make sure you can curl your finger inside. The next thing was, we have to go over the fret. All right. And if we're playing chords, major chords, we have to keep our our slide perpendicular to the frets. All right. And the last thing that I'll teach you today is a little bit of vibrato. Okay. Now this can be really, really helpful. Okay, because vibrato, which is this, if you struggle with finding the note, getting it really, really quite right, if you struggle with that a little bit, vibrato is going to be your best friend because it tricks your ear into thinking that you've actually hit the right note. So let's have a little listen to this. Okay, so flat. I'm playing the C, and I'm a little sharp now. That's it, that's on, okay? But if I'm playing fairly quickly, all right, there's no vibrato in any of that. So let's try it with a little vibrato. Okay, so it tricks your ear. You don't actually have to be quite as accurate. So look, there's a few things for you to practice there. All right, so I'm Adam from Birdwood Guitars. Check us out, have a little look. You're on the website, or if you're not on the website, go to birdwoodguitars.com where you can buy cool little guitars like this, and there's other videos there as well. Have a great one. Bye.